ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, ConverterKit, Flodesk. I mean, there's so many email providers. Which one is the best? Which one is the one you should use to send out your email newsletter for your side hustle or your small business? And after hours of comparing the data, putting numbers in a spreadsheet, I did get a clear winner. And it is Flodesk. So what is Flodesk? Is it really worth the money? Because it is not free. So in this video, I will tell you why I think Flodesk is the best email platform for small businesses, and I will walk you through how I use Flodesk to really fuel my side hustle. And then we dive deeper into all the different features, like how I create my weekly newsletter that uses the first name of my customers, how I use it to create really simple landing pages without having a website. Yes, super cool. I will even show you how you can use checkout to sell an ebook or your one-on-one coaching services. It's pretty cool. So if you're unsure whether or not Flodesk is the right tool for you, this video is for you. Before we get started, I just want to let you know this is not a sponsored ad. Flodesk is not paying me for this. This is just me being real and just highlighting companies who really design products with the end user in mind. Plus, I do have a really big surprise for you at the end. So make sure to stay all the way to the end so you don't miss out on this special secret. Let's take a look at all the amazing features that Flodesk has. First of all, email. So we're going to create a new email so you can see all the cool features. Let me just move this a little bit. So you can see here that there are different templates that you can choose from, which I think is really cool. And I mean, they look aesthetically very, very pleasing. You can see that they're very different styles. And so, you know, let's say, for instance, we want to choose this. I'm a little bit hungry right now. And so you see this template right here, and then you can just click on Customize. And then you see that you can put in an image right here. You have some text, you have a button, and other images that you can place here. So one of the things, and there are many things, but what I really love about this is when you click on an image, for instance, first of all, you can upload your own image, but you can also add a photo from Unsplash. So let's say we do seafood. Seafood. Pick this one. So it will upload this picture and voila, here's what it will look like. Pretty cool, right? And then you can just click here. So you have the image right here. You have the layout. So you can even change the layout as well. So this right now, it could be like this, right? Oh, looks also really nice. Or this. So it's like super easy to do. And that's what I really love about it. So you can have different formats and it just looks like someone really designed it. And, you know, you can even have like handwriting here. So lots of really, really cool ways. Like you can even put a recipe here. So lots of really cool ways to design and customize your email. So another thing that I really, really love is you can actually use the first name of your customer in it, right? So if I wanted to add this, I would just put an @ and then you can see here, whoop, immediately it says first name. And so you would type in the first name. And if you, for instance, don't collect the first name, what you could do instead then here is that it would say friend, for instance, right? So this is, I think, really cool because it adds kind of a personal touch to your emails. So I love this. And another thing too that I use personally all the time is when you click here, let me just make sure that you can see it all. But you can have the different layouts. So what I just showed you, you can add images, you can add your logo, you can add a video, Instagram, like so many different things. It's really cool. And the other thing that I love that I use so many times is when you click on that image, to move a little bit here, you can also see that you can add a GIF. Yes. So look at this. Here's Leo, and you can just add a GIF like that. And if you want to change the dimensions, you can just drag and drop this super easily. And what I really love about Flodesk as well is you can just quickly switch to mobile preview and see what it will look like on mobile without even sending it. However, what I would always recommend with these kinds of emails is that you always send a test email. So you can just send a test right here and send it to your email to see what it would look like on your phone. So cool. Another thing that I really love is when you go all the way to this, like you can add a segment, so you can choose different segments. We're going to talk about this in a second, but like I have all my lead magnets basically in a different segment. And you can even exclude segments as well. Like let's say you save this, or you can even have individuals added there, and then you click on, oh, you have to have someone there. Let's add a segment. And then it also says how many of your subscribers will receive the email, right? Because what I always do too is with the segments, I actually create one lapsed. I will always exclude anyone who hasn't been active in 6 months, but that's totally up to you. And then you click on continue. And then what I love is you click on later and you choose a day. Let's do Sunday. And then you can choose a time. And it says best time for morning, best time for afternoon. And this is all based on the data. So what Flodesk does, it actually looks at which of your customers are opening their emails and then recommends the best time to send your email. Because if no one opens your email, that is a problem. Okay, well, let's go back to the main menu. Let me move this. Another thing that's great is forms. Okay, let's say you want to create a new form. Click on new form, and here you can browse like pop-ups. You can even, and this is really cool, right? Where is it? Oh, let's do it here. Go to full page, and then you can just grab one of these and literally create like a coming soon page. And it will literally take you less than 2 minutes to create this. Look at this. I will make a tutorial just of this one. But let's say you customize it, you choose a segment. Let's do this one. And then you have a form. And you can now like add an image. Let's use Unsplash. We're just gonna be very easy. You can have like a really great headline here. You can change even the font if you want. They have great fonts, like not just like, you know, cheap fonts, like the good fonts. And then let me go to next to show you this. Should we enable double opt-in? Nope. Subscribers opt into this form. No. Oh, and this is really cool. You can even redirect them to a URL, meaning once they fill out the form, you can actually bring them to your website, which is really cool. So I get to know you a little bit more. You literally just get a link. One of the things though that's really cool is you can edit the link. So you have the meta preview. So you can change the image, the title, you know, especially when you share it. I would definitely highly recommend you do that. But otherwise, you just copy this and then you go to a different tab and here you go. Isn't that easy? Oh my goodness. I think if you think about this, like you don't even have to create a website. All you need is just Flodesk. It's crazy. I'll show you even crazier things. Let's go back to the main menu. So this is where you do the pop-ups and the landing pages. Then, oh gosh, I love this, workflows. So here you can have different workflows, meaning whenever someone subscribes to your list, like you can trigger certain emails. So what I always love to do is I actually create a welcome sequence. So let me show you. Let's pause. And they have like hints like you're working from home. They're like really just cool. Like they make the experience fun. And that's what I love about it. You don't get that with MailChimp and ActiveCampaign. Okay, so here you see welcome sequence begins whenever someone's getting into that segment. Then I said, wait 1 day, send out this email. Wait another day, send out this email. Wait another day. And then basically you're done. So I can't even begin to tell you how incredibly important this is. In the beginning, when you're building a business, you need to build a relationship and you need to deliver so much value for free. That's where like the welcome sequences come in really handy. Also, whenever you have, remember, the landing page and someone opts in to get an ebook, that's where you can like trigger also the entire ebook sequence. And here's another thing. Let me show you real quick. If I were to change this, I could, let me just move this so you can see. So you can add like another email. You can add a time delay. You can do a condition. So a yes, no branch. So whether they open it or not. So let's do this, for instance, right? So what is the condition? You can see here, subscribers in segment, open workflow email, has clicked the link. I mean, I can tell you, this is where big companies pay 6 figures for just to get this kind of workflow set up. And you can get this for like a couple $100 a year. This is just insane. Another thing that is super new to Flodesk that I just recently discovered, but it's so cool, is checkouts. So this one, you have to pay a little bit more in order to use it, but literally it gives you the ability to create a landing page and then also a checkout page, right? So you can see here, for instance, let's do this, new checkout. And you can see, you can have like a template for like a digital product, right? So I can click on customize it. And then you can literally just plug and play whatever you think you want to put in there. This is really cool. I mean, this costs you so much time to do. I mean, it's not like 100% the best like landing page or sales page you can create, for sure. But if you have no idea how to structure a sales page, this is amazing. And here's the thing, the entrepreneurs I work with in 101 coaching, they make a lot of money with this. I actually just had someone launch their second ebook and she hit a lot of thousands of dollars in her first 24 hours. Very proud of her. But yeah, so it converts. That's the long story short. So, which is great. And you can use this to sell one-on-one coaching. You can use this to sell an ebook, whatever it is. And so you can see here, you have the sales page, you have the checkout. This looks like very much like a Stripe checkout. But here's the thing that I really, really want to highlight, that I love that Flodesk included this, even in the beta. You have an upsell. And I can't stress this enough. An upsell is so key in everything you do in business. Upsell makes money. Like, you can easily boost your revenue by 30% by just providing an upsell. It's insane. And like, you can even, when you buy physical products, for instance, you just double the amount of physical products that you could offer. So for instance, if you're buying like, I don't know, a facial lotion, right? And then you just upsell 3 for the price of 2. And I can tell you, people do this and they buy it. And like, you're just gonna get so much more money on top of this. So really cool. And then you have the delivery, which is then the email that the customer gets. And you can, again, look into the mobile view. This is the email that the customer then gets, which is really cool and has the invoice. But also, if you, for instance, sell an ebook, you can just link it to that download now button. And if you don't know how to get a shareable link for the ebook that you were trying to sell, definitely make sure to watch my AWS tutorial on how to create a shareable link for free so that you can easily plug that in here. I already got you covered. So check that video out. I will make sure to put a note right here above me. Or if it's not there yet, make sure to look in the description below. Okay, let's go back. So this was checkout. Pretty cool, right? And then the other thing too is, so you have audience, and I love this. You can like create different segments so you can see which customers are in which segment. I would highly, highly recommend, please segment your customers based on the products you sell. So, so key, especially if you like change the product at some point or so, like make sure to segment your audience. Whenever I send an email, I can click to resend to Unopens. So you basically show how many unopened it is, and then you just resend it again. Just a little hack for you to increase your open rate and your sales. The elephant in the room is, how much does Flodesk cost? Flodesk is not for free, but I tell you why that is actually a good thing. Yes, because what I found true in business is If something is for free, you tend to not value it as much. The other thing too, what a lot of entrepreneurs don't know is that the ROI in email is still the highest across platforms, like way higher than social. So the average ROI, which stands for return on investment, for email marketing is $36, which means every time you invest $1, you get $36 out. That is insane. And based on my own experience, I work in product and tech, like I know that big companies spend like 6 to 7 figures on email marketing because they get the return. The problem though is why this is so expensive is because the more contacts you have, usually the more you have to pay. That is like the case with MailChimp, it is the case with ActiveCampaign. And what I love about Flodesk is that's not the case, right? Because I'm looking to scale my business. And the good news is that with Flodesk, the bigger you grow, the more emails you send, right? You will always pay the same price, which I think is phenomenal for any business owner because you need to predict your cash flow. Now, the good news. So I actually secured you a 50% off deal for Flodesk. Yes. So check out the link in the description below and just try it out and see whether or not you like it. Is Flodesk worth it? Absolutely. And here's the good news. I have a lot more tutorials on how you can create a lead magnet with Flodesk, also how you can use their checkout to sell your ebook or your one-on-one coaching. So definitely check them out. I put a link in the description as well. If I were to go back in time, I would just start by really building an audience on social, making sure to convert them onto my email list in Flodesk, and then sell through Flodesk. That will be the easiest way to build a side hustle, seriously. And the good news is, as you scale, you don't pay more. It's always the same price, no matter how many contacts you have. And that is really what I love most about it. So let me know a little bit more about your experience with Flodesk and any other questions you might have. Like I'm more than happy to create a few more tutorials.